Okay, hello everyone, guys. Good morning. How are you all? Good morning, everyone. Good morning, guys. Good morning. My name is Afreen Azmat, and I welcome you all to today's session. So today we are going to discuss about the topic money supply and inflation. This is IEIFS Module B Unit 14. Everyone, whoever is in the video, just please like and share the video to the maximum you can. It's a request from my side that please just like and share the video to the maximum you can. Okay. So let's start discussing this topic, that is the money supply and the inflation topic. First of all, what is money? If we talk about what is money, so money is anything which perform the following four functions. So for this money thing, for the description of money, these four functions should be satisfied. Now, what are these four functions? The first function is it should act as a medium of exchange, not can. It should act as a medium of exchange. Second, it should have some value, and the value can store over the time, and it is the standard for the deferred payment. Now, what is deferred payment? Deferred payment, when you are not paying the money in full. You are either converting it into EMIs and paying it and distributing it for a particular period of time, right? So, if there is anything which is described to be as a money, what is this money description? First of all, it should act as a medium of exchange. Second, it should be, or it should have some measure or measure of value. It should stored over a value, or it should have a value that should be stored over time. And fourth, it should act as a standard for deferred payment. Okay. Now, if we talk about these things, next, if we talk about the money supply, very important part of this topic, money supply. What is money supply? Money supply is termed to be as liquidity, the flow of money in the market. Okay, that is known as money supply. Money supply is what? The flow of money, liquidity, that is known as money supply. Okay, so if we talk about the money supply data, these are recorded and published by Reserve Bank of India on a fortnightly basis, right? So if we talk about the money supply is termed to be a stock of money available in the economy at a given point of time. Okay, so in every 2 weeks, in every 14 days, or you can say in a fortnightly basis, money supplies data is published and given and recorded by Reserve Bank of India. Now, what are the four common type of money supply? Very important. What are the four most common type of money supply which is used in India? So the four most common type of money supply is, the first is the narrow money. Narrow money is called as M1. Important. Narrow money, it is called as M1. It is important. So, what is narrow money? Narrow money is actually currency with the public. First of all, what is the currency that is held by the public? So, it is the currency with the public plus demand deposit with the banking system plus other deposits with RBI. So there should be other deposits from RBI. Okay, there should be demand deposit with the banking system, and there is a currency with the public. If we add all the three together, this is known as M1, which is narrow money, and M1, it is the most liquid money. If we talk about M1, it is the most liquid money of the economy. M1, right? Now, let's talk about M2. M2 is M1 plus what you have the saving in the post office saving bank account. So you have the post office saving bank account. Many persons have this post office saving bank account. So if we add M1, means narrow money, with the saving deposits of post office saving bank account, then it is known as M2. Then it is known as M2. Third, broad money. Now, broad money is M3. What is broad money? It is M1. This narrow money plus time deposits with the banking system. Time deposit means term deposit. You have your FDs with the bank, right? So whatever the time deposit is held with the banking system plus the narrow money, it is known as the broad money. And fourth is M4. M4 is the broad money plus all deposit with post office saving bank, excluding national savings certificates. Excluding what? National savings certificate. And last is the reserve money. Reserve money is M0. Now, what is reserve money? It is circulation, currency in circulation, whatever the currency which is in the circulation, plus bankers deposit with RBI. So bank has some deposit with Reserve Bank of India, like cash reserve ratio. So what the bankers deposit with the RBI, held by the RBI, plus other deposits with the RBI. So this is known as what? This is known as the reserve money. So five type of money. If we talk about the five type of money, first is the narrow money. Narrow money is currency with public. Most liquid type of money, currency with the public. Demand deposit with the banking system, like your current account and saving account, and there is other deposit with RBI. Now for M2, we have to add in the narrow money, the saving deposits of post office bank. Third, there is broad money, which is M3. M3 is M1, narrow money plus time deposit with the banking system. Now for M4, M4, we have add M3 means money, sorry, broad money with all deposit with the post office saving, right? And there is a fifth which is known as a reserve money. Reserve money is currency in circulation plus bankers deposit with RBI plus other deposit with Reserve Bank of India. Clear? So this is the money supply, and this is actually published by whom? It is published by Reserve Bank of India on a fortnightly basis. Clear? Now next. Now let's talk about the concepts of inflation. So what is inflation? First of all, if we talk about what is inflation, inflation is the what? Inflation refers to the sustained rise in the general prices of goods and services in an economy over a period of time. So if there is an increase in the prices, if there is a sustained rise in the general price level over a time period. So increase in the price level of goods and services for a time period, over a time period, then it is known as inflation. And inflation leads to what? Inflation leads to fall in the purchasing power. So whenever inflation is concerned, always remember inflation means liquidity of the economy is high. Now, liquidity means money supply. When we have more money in our pockets, when we have more money supply in the pockets, then obviously we will demand more. Okay, when we will demand more, when we will demand more, then obviously the demand of the product will rise. When the demand of product is rising, the price of the product increase. When the demand of the product is rising, the price of the product increase. And when price of the product increase, then it is known as what? Then it is known as inflation. Then it is known as what? Inflation. And when the inflation is concerned, it actually leads to decrease in the purchasing power. So the concept of inflation, it refers to the sustained rise in the general level of the prices of goods and services in an economy over a period of time, right? Inflation leads to what? Inflation leads to the fall in purchasing. Okay, let us discuss about the types of inflation. Okay, before that, everyone who have joined this session, it's a kind request from my side that please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Everyone, everyone guys, please like and share the video to the maximum you can. So next, if we're talking about the next thing that is known as the types of inflation. Now, what are the types of inflation? So first there is a creeping, then there is a trotting and walking, then there is a galloping, and then there is a runaway or hyperinflation. Now let us discuss about this. Okay. First of all, the creeping inflation. Creeping inflation means crawling inflation. Creeping inflation is also known as what? Creeping inflation is also known as crawling inflation. Now, what is crawling inflation? Crawling inflation, when the inflation is very slow moving. Slow moving, it is between 0 to 3%. The inflation rate is very slow. Then it is known as what? Then it is known as the creeping inflation. Okay. Trotting. Now, there is a stage of crawling. After crawling comes walking. Walking is also known as trotting inflation. Trotting inflation means the inflation is moderate between 3 to 10%. The inflation is moderate, and moderate it is between 3 to 10%. Okay. Then it is known as running inflation. Running means the galloping inflation. Galloping inflation, it is somewhat between 10 to 1000%. Okay. Runaway means hyperinflation. Now it is extreme, means above 1000%. Now see this line, timeline. Okay. So creeping inflation is crawling, walking is trotting, galloping is running, and hyper is runaway inflation. Okay. So creeping is between 0 to 4%, walking is between 4 to 10%, galloping is between 10 to 1000%, and hyperinflation is 1000% and above. Okay. So these are the uh, type of inflation according to intensity of that inflation. Clear? Okay, now if we talk about the next, there are different type of others inflation also. Like first is the demand pull inflation. So what is demand pull inflation? Demand pull inflation is the inflation where demand is actually increasing. The main thing why there is the expensive, why the prices are expensive. Prices are expensive due to rise in the demand, means the prices of the product is increasing due to what? Due to increase in the price. Then it is known due to increase in the demand. Then it is known as demand pull inflation. Always remember, in the demand pull inflation, demand is rising regressively, but the supply is constant. Supply remains constant, but the demand is increasing. Okay. Now, second is the cost push inflation. Now, what is cost push inflation? Cost push inflation is the inflation where the prices of the product is rising due to the factor cost. Factor cost means there is raw material, there is labor, technology, which becomes expensive now. So when the product is produced costly, obviously it will be sold costly in the market. Okay, factor cost is what? Factor cost is the cost at which the product is produced in the industry. Whereas if we talk about the market price is what? Market price is the price where product is sold in the market, right? So cost push inflation means when the factor cost of the product is increasing, right? Due to which the market price is also increasing, and that's why the inflation is coming, which is known as cost push inflation. Third is known as the bottleneck inflation. So bottleneck inflation is what? Bottleneck inflation means when the demand remain constant. Demand is what? Constant. It is still, but the supply is falling drastically. So in demand pull inflation, it was the thing that aggregate demand is rising regressively, but the supply was constant here, right? But what is bottleneck inflation? Bottleneck inflation says that now the demand is constant. Okay, but supply is what? Supply is declining drastically, then it is known as the bottleneck inflation. For example, there is any drought, famine, due to which there is a shortage of supply. So supply is reduced, but demand is still remains constant. That is known as bottleneck inflation. Now, what is headline inflation? Headline inflation is the short-term inflation. Headline inflation is what? It is termed as short-term inflation. Means when inflation is calculated for a shorter period of time, means for 1 year or less. And for calculating this inflation, everything is included, like food and energy prices, which are very volatile in nature. So, food and energy, these prices are included in the headline inflation. Okay, and the opposite of headline inflation is actually core inflation. Core inflation is the inflation which is calculated for a longer period of time. Longer period of time, it is for more than 1 year, right? More than 1 year. Now, if we talk about the core inflation, which is calculated for more than 1 year, now in this, the product price which are very volatile in nature, like food, like energy, these are very volatile in nature. So, these prices should be included for calculating the inflation. Then it is known as inflation. So there is a core inflation, headline inflation, bottleneck inflation, cost push inflation, and demand pull inflation. Clear? Done? Any doubt in this, everyone? If you have any doubt, please ask. No doubt? Okay. Now, let us discuss about some of the questions related to this. First of all, money supply refers to what? The amount of money in the bank, the amount of money with the people, the amount of money in circulation in an economy, or none of the above. What is money supply? Everyone, please answer this question. And everyone, whoever is watching this session, it's a request, guys, that please like and share the video. Guys, it's a request that please like and share the video. Everyone, money supply refers to what? Money supply refers to what? The amount of money in the bank, the amount of money with the people, the amount of money in circulation, the amount of money in circulation in an economy, or none of the above. What is the money supply? So if we talk about the money supply, yes, money supply is amount of money which is in circulation in an economy. It is called as the money supply. Okay, so C is the correct answer here. Done? Okay, next, which of the following statement is true about inflation? Rise in the general price level leading to the fall in the purchasing power, both A and B, or none of the above. Very easy. What is true about inflation? What is true about inflation? So if we talk about the inflation, what is true about the inflation? So inflation is the rise, sustainable rise in the prices of good over a period of time. So yes, it is the rise in the general price level. Second, it leads to the fall in purchasing power. True. So both A and B is the correct answer. Okay, so which of the following statement is correct? Both A and B is the correct answer. Clear? Done? Okay, so this is it. Okay, I hope that you have all enjoyed this session. If you have learned what I have told you in the class, just please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Okay, now let's talk about the upcoming batches. So we are going to start, or we are starting with the DPF selection batch for your 2025 examination, and we are starting with the JIB batch, Foundation 2.0 batch, for May-June 2025. Now, everyone, so these batches are actually very well designed, okay, for your convenience, right? So these batches, we have just one or two classes on these batches, right? So if you want to purchase this batch, just go for JIB Super Elite all-in-one subscription. So in this all-in-one subscription, you will get the access of all the batches which we are going to start till the examination. This is actually for 1 year, so you will get the complete coverage of all the batches, whether it is in English medium or in the bilingual medium. You will get the coverage of all under this JIB Super Elite all-in-one subscription. In this subscription, you will get the live test classes, mock tests, notes, and everything. All the full length mock tests will be covered in this session. Okay, so if you want to purchase this complete JIP subscription, you can just purchase it at a flat 48% off. So there is a complete 48% off which is running on the JIP Super Elite subscription. So if you are going to use this code, which is FEST, you can get a flat 47% off on this, 48% off on this JIP and CIB Super Elite all-in-one subscription. Now, if you are going to purchase this subscription, you will get the access of all these courses. You will get the access of JIB Foundation 2.0 batch in both medium, in English medium, DPF selection batch in English as well as in bilingual medium. You will get the foundation batch in bilingual as well as in English medium. You will get the master batch for IEIFS in bilingual and PPB master batch bilingual. You will get the access of AFM, okay, in bilingual, okay, JIP in bilingual, sorry, RBWM in bilingual. I am going to start the master batch, IEIFS in English medium and PPB in English medium, and there are many more batches which you all can covered in the JIP Super Elite subscription. Okay, so this is the best deal for all of you. If you want to purchase, just purchase it right now to get the maximum benefit of JIP Super Elite, right? Flat 47% is running, okay, discount is running, so just go and purchase this batches right now. Thank you so much. I hope that you have all enjoyed this session. So see, if you have enjoyed this session, just please like and share the video to the maximum you can. And because it is a new channel, guys, okay, this is especially for those students who are comfortable in English medium. So if you have the time, so if you have to just clear your examination with all the free contents which we are providing you, just please subscribe to this channel and press the bell notification icon. So if you are pressing the bell notification icon, you will get the notification of the live classes whenever it will be live. Okay, so thank you so much. I hope that you have all enjoyed this session. Just please like and share the video, it's a request. Thank you. Take care everyone. Bye bye guys. Bye everyone. Take care. Bye guys. Take care everyone.